This week we are going to be going over Chaos format, which is the US National Championship format from June 2004. And since the last video that we went over from Vampire format, we have some new cards that got introduced that will change the game a lot. So now we have Invasion of Chaos. And some of the most powerful cards that came in the set were cards like Blackluster Soldier, Chaos Emperor Dragon, Dark Magician of Chaos, Chaos Sorcerer, and Dimension Fusion. All these cards are Chaos type cards, and these cards completely changed the game and how it was played. Looking at the ban list, we can see that BLS is at 1 and Chaos Emperor Dragon are at 1. I mean, imagine playing with both of these cards at 3. Like, these cards are just so powerful already that even them being at 1 is crazy. Like, these cards should probably just both be banned in this format. And then we can also see that we had Mana Core of Darkness hit down to 2. Just being able to bring back bodies back in the day was very strong. And we don't end up actually seeing this card in the meta again, I'm pretty sure, up until Zoo format, which this card was able to deck the opponent out if they max seed you, and you were able to search this card with something like Broad Bull. But okay, let's go ahead and hop into the match now. We have Clems 12 versus Run from Red, and this is going to be a tournament finals of this format too, so there's going to be some top level gameplay, and let's go ahead and hop right in, and we will go ahead and see Clemens win the rock, paper, scissors, shoot, and decide to go first. 40 versus 40, gotta love to see it. Opening hands, we have Mirror Force, Metamorphosis, Painful Choice, Creature Swap, BLS, and MST. They have Graceful Charity, Monster Reborn, D-Mock, Fiber Jar, and Reload. Okay, so we have I'm guessing this is going to be Chaos Control versus the Jar deck. And the Jar deck is very strong, especially with something like D-Mock, being able to, like, Reborn in the D-Mock add back Reborn, stuff like that, very, very strong. And also just, like, all the Jar cards are very strong. They're going to go Painful Choice to dump from deck. They also dump a Light and Dark, which should tell the opponent that they probably have either, like, one of the BLS in hand. They either have BLS in hand or they have the Chaos Emperor in hand. But okay, they're going to go ahead and give them probably just one of the monsters. I assume we're not going to give them one of the spells. Yeah, I was going to say these spells are just very, very strong here to start off with. Then go ahead, set the Magician of Faith and Mirror Force, pass to draw MST, and then main phase, activate Graceful, draw the Morphine Jar, MST, and Raigeki, and then discard the D-Mock MST to the back row before we make a push here. Reborn in the D-Mock, add back Graceful Charity, activate the Graceful Charity, draw into D-Mock, Pot of Greed, BLS, discard the D-Mock plus Reload, Pot of Greed, draw into Thunder Dragon Spy. Wow, we have a lot here already. This is crazy. Now we have, like, Thunder Dragon to go search out 2 more Thunder Dragon from the deck to the hand. That is fine. We can assume that the set is going to be a Magician of Faith here because we let them add it back. Then we're going to go ahead and they're thinking about what they want to do next. They're thinking, because they have BLS, they have Raigeki. They go ahead, Raigeki the set, banish, summon out BLS, battle phase, go ahead and swing for crazy damage. Then we have to make a decision. I was going to say, do we set Spy or do we set, like, Fiber Jar? Or do we set Morphine Jar? But it's probably just set Spy. Because right here, we already have, like, a lot of pressure. But also at the same time, like, because of what our opponent dumped turn 1, like, we should have a good feeling that they have one of the Chaos monsters in hand, though. Like I said before, we draw Change of Heart. Okay. Now we're going to go special summon out BLS by banishing Battle Phase, beat over D-Mock, and then attack again into the set. It's going to be Gravekeeper Spy. Go ahead, special summon out Spy from the deck. Main phase 2, Change of Heart, take BLS. Oh, never mind. Okay, take Spy, and then Creature Swap to permanently take BLS. BLS, banish the Spy, set MST, set Metamorphosis, and then go ahead, pass. We have 2 crazy monsters on field that also both deal with set monsters very well. So now, maybe we should have just read that they had a Chaos monster in hand, because now that they have these BLS cards set up, imagine if we had set Fiber Jar, you know what I mean? This game could have still been winnable. Now it seems like the game's just completely unwinnable unless if Clemens makes a crazy bad mistake here, because we're obviously just going to banish the set monster and swing for 3k, yeah. I'm going to say, if we try to attack here, like, sure, we get greedy, try to go for game, but then we get punished really hard by Fiber Jar. They draw on the Reload, activate Reload, put back, draw 3, draw on the Harpies, MST, Mirror Force. Oh, okay, Harpies out the back row, set Mirror Force, MST, pass to draw Mirage of Nightmare, swing, and then activate Mirror Force. Okay, that was a really good draw. Activate Mirage of Nightmare, set Snatch Steal, the MST, the Mirage of Nightmare. Yep, they draw into Ring of Destruction, and then set Ring. Oh my gosh, are we really gonna win this game? Draw Tribe, normal, battle phase, swing, and then we're gonna activate Ring on that. Both players will now get burned for 16. Pass, draw Thunder Dragon, which is a really bad draw there. They can also only search one Thunder Dragon off that. You probably just don't even activate it here, right? They are gonna activate it because they're bad. Yeah, weird. I was gonna say I don't even think you activate it there, so that way you don't give away any hand knowledge. Well, like maybe you do. I feel like you probably shouldn't though. They draw Breaker, normal Breaker, battle phase, swing. Okay, I mean drawing body after body, and now they draw Order, such this game, set, pass, Breaker, pop, battle phase, swing for game. Wow, that was actually a really close game though. Going on to the next game now, we'll go ahead and see Run from Red decide to go first. Opening hands, we have Mirror Force, Order, DD Warrior Lady, Forceful Sentry, Regeki. They have Thunder Dragon, Witch of the Black Forest, Order, Cyber Jar, Fiber Jar, and Morphine Jar. Wow, they have all the jars in hand. So they go ahead, Thunder Dragon, go ahead, search out 2 Thunder Dragon from the deck to the hand. And now they go, set the Cyber Jar, Order, pass. Cyber Jar is like, it's an absolutely insane card. Pretty much saying like, you know, +5 for both players. Well, I guess technically +4 for them because they have to commit Cyber Jar, but drawing the creature swap. But normally they have to attack into it, and then it destroys this anyways. So yeah, okay, go ahead, normal summon. Then they go set 5, battle phase attack, trying to play around Morphine Jar. Then they go ahead and, you know, Cyber Jar is going to go ahead, look at the top 5 for both players. And now add the hand, set, special, well, set, hand, hand. Then yeah, they can just like set and summon a bunch of those and add, you know, Monster Reborn and Pot of Greed to hand. So go ahead, grab everything back, and then choose where to set them. But yeah, this is just insane. There's like so much advantage off one card. It's crazy how good something like Cyber Jar used to be. Like, look at this. This is absurd. Makes such cool game states. Then go ahead, set those, activate Forceful Sentry, look at hand, chain Imperial Order, and then go ahead and pass to draw Painful Choice. Let the order go, activate Harpies, but now they have their own order to go ahead and stop that. Flip Spy, go ahead, bring out another Spy from deck, so they do play triple Spy. Then go ahead, tribute for D-Mock. Then D-Mock effect, add back Harpies to the hand, banish, bring out BLS, and then Prio to go ahead, banish the Sangan. Then go ahead and set Painful Choice Harpies, battle phase, swing into Magician of Faith. They Mirror Force that, which I'm not too sure why we set and then attacked. I guess there's not really like a punish to it, but we know none of these are like Morphine Jar. Draw Snatch Steal, let the order go, Pot of Greed, draw into Magician of Faith, and a Kaiku. And then we also have a Regeki that can go ahead and like out their bodies if we'd like to here. We could also Snatch Steal. We're going to go Magician of Faith effect, add back the Pot of Greed. Pot of Greed, draw 2 more, draw into Duo, Change of Heart, normal out Kaiku, Regeki pop, battle phase, swing with Kaiku, and then being able to banish from their graveyard is really good here. So banish BLS plus Gravekeeper Spy, and then attack for 300. Main phase 2, activate Duo, which maybe we should have duoed first and then attacked, so that way Kaiku could banish what we're hitting from hand here, so that way we can keep them from having a light in the graveyard. And then go ahead, pass, draw Pot of Greed, and then now they can go. They have options, right? They could like Harpies, wipe the creature swap before they try to play. They're gonna go Pot of Greed, draw Duo, Jar, Painful Choice. Go ahead, look at the top card. Like go ahead, mill 5. See what we want to get here. We're gonna look at multiple Book of Taiyu here, which also I feel like. I don't know if they did it there or not, but a lot of people that activate Painful Choice in these old formats, they dump what they want most the first, and then what they want the least the last, which what you should do is it should be like Book of Taiyu, Dark Hole, Card Destruction, Graceful, Book of Taiyu, and give your opponent like 0 reads on what you want. Then you should have an idea of what you want first. You could also banish them all face down, and then return them to the graveyard, so that way they have no idea on like how you want to do it. Go ahead, grab out Book of Taiyu. And then now we're going to go Harpies, wipe the back row, set Duo, set Jar, activate Book of Taiyu, flip. Both players discard their hand and then draw 5. They draw into a Chaos Emperor there, but they can't summon it because of Kaiku. They do have Monster Reborn also. So now, what do? They also have Reload that they could activate. Activate Reborn, summon out DD Warrior Lady, battle phase, attack over the Magician of Faith, and then attack in the Kaiku, and then banish, you know, take 300. Main phase 2, banish. They banish 2 lights there. What? Oh, they get Kaiku effect to banish. Oh, I forgot about that. Oh, because yeah, it's whenever this inflicts damage, not just like when we attack with it. Oh my gosh, that's actually so huge. They're outing all the lights. activate Mirage of Nightmare, and then go ahead. They said last big thing. They said no problem. Activate Delinquent Duo. Go ahead, rip BLS plus Shining Angel. They draw into Creature Swap. MST the Mirage of Nightmare. We don't want them to go Infinite plus. Flip Witch of the Black Forest. Battle phase, beat over the Morphine Jar. Main phase 2. Set Creature Swap, Scapegoat. Activate Mirage of Nightmare. Pass. They draw into Confiscation. Mirage of Nightmare. Draw 4. Confiscation. Rip 1 from hand. Trying to hit like an MST from hand here if they drew it. Worst case scenario, they don't draw it. And then go ahead, pass, and then now they have to discard 4 off Mirage of Nightmares, so now they have no cards. Battle phase, attack with Witch of the Black Forest. Well, no cards in hand, obviously. They still have a very good field presence here. Draw into Demock, and then activate Mirage of Nightmare, draw 4. Doesn't see MST there, reload for 2. Draw into the Forceful Sentry MST. Yeah, maybe we also should have used reload prior, so that way if we drew MST, we could MST the Mirage of Nightmare before they draw 4 cards. Then activate Forceful Sentry, put back the Sinister Serpent, set MST, pass, draw Scapegoat, rip the whole hand, attack with Witch of the Black Forest for 11. They think if they want to ring this or not, because if they get this attack through, then ring doesn't work for the rest of the game anyways on Witch of the Black Forest, so pop, Witch, go ahead, grab Outbreaker, and then just pass turn, they draw MST, and then standby phase, Mirage of Nightmare to draw, the MST, pop it, pass, draw Serpent, normal, summon Outbreaker, battle phase, pop, chain MST, and then just battle phase, go for game. Yeah, GG's. I feel like maybe if the Jar player had played a little bit more clean in both of these games, I feel like there's a decent chance that both of these games were actually winnable. Yeah, that was a little bit tough, though. That was a little bit tough. Like the DD Warrior Lady and the Kaiku, and then you know, they just banish all your Thunder Dragons from graveyards, so now your Chaos Emperor is not live. Like, I don't think there was a way to have Chaos Emperor live there. Kaiku just seems really good into this deck overall, because even though it's like it's like a Jar deck, it's not like a deck out Jar deck. At least most of the time, it's not actually like trying to deck them out. It's just the fact that these cards facilitate so much advantage, and you're able to use all that advantage to get to very strong cards like BLS, Demock, the Chaos Emperor Dragon, and all these cards are very good cards. But yeah, that's going to be it for the match. They just show like the last cards in their deck. Yeah, now we can start seeing stuff like Metamorphosis, Scapegoat becoming popular, which these cards are, you know, obviously going to become more and more popular, especially as we get into like GOAT format, which is going to be coming very soon. But that is going to be it for the match, and now I'm going to go ahead and hop into the deck list now. So looking at the first place list, we have a GOAT control list, and we can go ahead and we can see, like, you know, it has infinite other good one-ofs. So we can see DD Warrior Lady now starting to be dropped down from 3 to lower numbers, but we still play Shining Angel, which can go ahead and summon it out. But we also have Shining Angel and the Shining Angel. We can also see Creature Swap being played more. This card's very good with, like, Witch of the Black Forest, Sangan, Serpent, Shining Angel, Scapegoat. So you have a lot of good cards that work with the Creature Swap. We can see that we still play... in the side deck, the Fiber Jar, Jinzo, Magical Scientist. You can side Magical Scientist against decks that have like good set monsters like the Jar deck that we just watched, and then you can use this to go ahead and summon out from the extra deck and then go ahead and beat over, and then they won't get the effect of the flip monster or whatever was just survive battle. You can also just use this to bring out like Thousand Eyes, restrict and out something. We can see triple Royal Oppression, triple Royal Decree in the side deck. I feel like we're going to start seeing a lot of Royal Decree in every side deck from here on out. Just very good against trap-heavy decks, and we're only playing 3 traps in our main deck, so it's not like this card's going to conflict with our strategy too much. And then going on to the next list now, we can see that they're playing Triple Book of Taiyu, which works very well with the Jar cards, playing max 4 Jars, playing some Spies. Also having like other monsters that you can set might bluff the opponent, and then like using their knock onto the Spy. And then next turn you can just set one of your Jars and have those resolve. We see triple Demock. This card's insane if you can start resolving it and like use Reborn or Premature Burial on it, and then use it, just go ahead and add back another spell. We see Reload because we do have some awkward cards in our deck, but we also do play something like Thunder Dragon, which Thunder Dragon is a +1 and then Reload's a -1, but then you get to draw like a whole new hand, and that's kind of worth it for a deck like this. But obviously, like, you know, Reload isn't the best card ever. It's not that great of a card overall. It's just like a decent card that can help you get out of those awkward scenarios. We can also see Cold Wave in the deck, so we can try to like Cold Wave the opponent and then just do like a big push. We also get to our Chaos monsters a lot more frequently than other decks do, because of how much like the jars help us facilitate into it. We also play a card destruction. You know, we play like the normal like graceful, pot of greed, painful choice, but then we also play the reload, which helps us draw into these cards even more. And these cards are just absolute powerhouses this format. Very, very good cards. We also see that we're only playing 3 traps also. Looking at the side deck, we side deck like literally every one of. We also side deck Call the Haunted, which Call the Haunted might be worth playing in the main because it can grab back like Demok or, you know, like Chaos stuff. You can also summon out like Witch of the Black Forest, but obviously I guess like very early game it's not going to help you actually do like the initial push, but it might be worth main decking a card like this. I don't know, this card does seem pretty decent with like what the strategy is trying to do overall. We can also see them not play Mirage and Nightmare. We can also see they didn't even play a full extra deck, which I think you should, just to, I mean, it doesn't even matter, I guess, because, you know, even if you play 15 cards in your extra deck, you actually play every card in the extra deck at the re-of, but you may as well have 15 there to bluff that you're on Metamorphosis. But I guess it doesn't matter once you get deeper into the tournament and people know that you're playing the jar deck. But that is going to be it for the video, and with that being said, the DB Grinders signing off. Peace, have a nice day, stay safe.